Oh my god! Hello! I'm sorry, I probably just fucked your eardrums up because that music was really loud and then I just like yodeled when I sang. Okay, anyway, I'm pretty much only recording right now to hold myself accountable because I literally have this weird deficiency, or I don't fucking know what word you want to use, but I have like attachment issues where I'm so used to being with people like 24/7 that when I'm all alone and like spare time and don't have something I'm supposed to be doing, I could like stare at the wall and think of the whole $1,000,000 business plan I have, or the millions of different things I have saved in my notes, or I have 3 journals full of things and ideas. I have, like, right now my entire couch is just full of different piles of fabrics and clothes, and I'm still organizing my thoughts on this clothing line that I'm working on. And there's just so many things that I get like overwhelmed. I don't have anyone to like throw any of my energy and, you know, have any thrown back at me or responses, stuff like that. So I'll get really overwhelmed. But like, don't let me fool you because I've been productive as fuck the last few days. Like yesterday, I cleaned our entire apartment top to bottom, scrubbed the walls, literally everything, every single surface in this fucking whole entire apartment has been cleaned. And then I rearranged our furniture and stuff, you know. Like, just switch up the feng shui sometimes. Like, seriously, we both said this morning, like, we slept the best we have slept in months last night. So I do encourage just like switching things up sometimes. You know, you get so used to going through your everyday routine that you don't realize. But anyway, I did that all day yesterday, and I started this makeup bag that I've been working on, and I worked on that some this morning. And there's this other panel piece that I'm going to paint now, so I figured I would just talk to you guys a little bit while I'm doing that. And if you can hear my tunes in the back, I'm totally like a weird funk girl. Like, it's honestly probably because I'm white as fuck and can't dance, and that was even horrific. So, but no, I just fucking love that shit. And I love like Glass Animals and Rainbow Kitten Surprise and like Doja Cat. Anything that's like vibey but like funky. Anyway, I also like hood rat shit, so don't let me fool you there. So anyway, the panel I am painting is actually a nude of my own. I do that sometimes. I thought that maybe that would be a good thing to talk about today too, because people are like, there's a very wide spectrum right now when it comes to sexuality, and a lot of it is because it like depends on how people have grown up or where they came from and traumas and all that kind of ties into sexuality, and a lot of it gets just suppressed and ignored most of the time, or the basic level of just, you know, reproducing and having sex and going through life. And it wasn't until like recently that I really got not recent like in the last 4, 5, 6 years that I've gotten more in touch with my own sexuality and getting to know myself. And it's really easy to just coast through life and just think things are normal, or basic, like, but once I got in the relationship that I'm in now, I have like expanded my like horizons with things. I'm just like holding paintbrushes. I'm not even fucking painting. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, there's too much going on here. Anyway, let me just like start doing this so that I fucking do something. Okay. So anyway, whole point of what I'm trying to say here is, like, okay, for instance, I grew up with my grandmother, and obviously that's decades, generations before me, before what my parents would normally be, so, like, things were a little behind, I guess you could say. I truthfully grew up watching Law and Order, and fucking NCIS, but mostly Law and Order SVU, which is based on, like, sexual victims, and so most of it's rape or incest and molestation and fetish stuff, and, like, when I say I grew up watching this, like, I slept in the same bed with my grandma until I was, like, 10, and it's probably why, because I grew up watching nothing but that, and that's why I'd fall asleep to and stuff, and I was, like, scared shitless to sleep and go and do anything, and, so it made me more of a reserved person, you could say, and then, like I said, I had 10 siblings, but, like, we grew up very different, because I didn't grow up in the same household as them, and so I have, a sister who's pretty close in age with me, and, like, she developed a lot quicker than I did and stuff, and so, like, her sexual, like, journey was completely different than mine, and along with, like, a lot of my friends and all that, obviously, but, I, was just uninterested in relationships and boys, mostly, like, in high school I talked to them and whatever, but, like, truthfully, I could give a fuck less. Like, my friends would all have boys, I'd have guys I talked to, no one that I really loved or anything like that. I mean, I had, like, a relationship that was on and off for years and years in high school and stuff, and, like, we were just, like, had a crazy good connection, and that's just that, but, what was I saying? What was my point here? I guess was pretty much just that, this is a sponsorship for Pepsi Cola. No, I'm kidding. But, anyway, y'all didn't even see that. Okay, anyway, I'm fucking spacing like a dumbass. I wasn't interested in guys a whole lot. I didn't give a shit. My parents questioned whether I was gay sometimes, because I was always in a huge group of friends with girls. Like, I had friends that I, like, lived with basically all the time, or they lived with me. Like, we were always together 24/7. Like, that was just how it was. But that was just because my friends were kind of the same way and not interested in guys. We just kind of went and did whatever. But me and my friends were all, like, similar in the way we grew up. Like, either we didn't have both of our parents or one of our parents, or unfortunately I had two best friends that one of their parents had committed suicide. I had another best friend who also lived with her grandmother, and so, like, as you can see, we all kind of grew up different, so I don't know, we weren't as interested in dudes. Not all of us, some of us were in relationships, whatever. My point is, was not, like, my priority, like, you know what I mean? But, like, my sister, she, like, developed quicker, and guys were more interested in her, and, she, like, always had a boyfriend, and, like, now she's grown, and she's like, I wish that I wouldn't have, because all my whole, like, life was just that. Anyway, I'm not trying to talk about them or me or any of that. My whole topic right now is sex. That's what I came here to talk about, because that's what, excuse me, oh my god. That's what I, like, am painting about right now. So anyway, point of the matter here is I just used to have sex, and you know, probably didn't, you know, come or enjoy it most of the time. It was just to please whoever I was with, make them like me more, you know, the usual shit. Like, I'm not gonna pull the Me Too card or the like, oh, I'm a victim, because every girl does it, and it's on you if you don't have the confidence to say what you really want and whatever else. But sometimes you just do things because you feel it's easier in the moment or whatever. Like if you feel stupid, whatever the case is. And so I guess this is me trying to let anyone younger than me or anyone who's been in that situation, don't fucking do that. Tell them to fuck off and make them feel fucking stupid, okay? Make them feel fucking dumb, because you should never ever just like do something because you don't want them to be mad or whatever the case may be. But so anyway, now that I'm in this relationship, my boyfriend is Jamaican. He is from Jamaica. He grew up in Jamaica, so his like sexual tendencies are a lot different than what mine would have been before. Also, we had a long distance relationship for 2 parts of our relationship, which makes sex a lot different. So a lot of camming and videos and phone sex and stuff like that. So you become a lot more comfortable with yourself or with your partner or whatever the case may be. So anyway, I'm from a small town. Growing up, people don't really talk about sex either. And when they do, it's not in detail, it's just sex. Who fucking knows? Just sex. That's it, usually. But, it's funny because people judge the fuck out of anyone back home that does any sort of sex work, and they don't realize the power that comes from it, or the power that comes from you talking about it. The people that watch it and then judge are actually really fucking strange to me, because I'm like, who takes their time to look at like nudity and sexual things and not enjoy it? You're the weirdo here, okay? I promise you, you're the weirdo. But I think that if everyone was just more open about sex, what they want, what they need, what makes them happy, it would, like, really make the world a better place. And I'm not fucking kidding. Like, the sexual frustration that men have built up because of either being in relationships where they're just bored, and I know that that might sound stupid to you, but sex is different for guys, and I know girls don't like to hear that, but it's the fucking truth. I mean, not for all guys, some girls have that drive just as high, but for dudes, most of the time, it's like a stress reliever, a mental block, like a really big thing for them. And I'm not saying that cheating is an excuse for that, because that's not an excuse. You're grown as hell, and any decision you make is on you. But what I'm saying is that sometimes, like, in the long run, their needs are just as important as maybe your needs for your attention that you need, or him listening to you talk about things that he has no idea what you're talking about. Girls don't realize how much that they, like, need more than the norm, and how much people need to do so to put up with them, you know? And so, anyway, I've gone through trials and tribulations. I've been cheated on plenty of times. I had an ex that I would be at his house, in his bed, waiting for him to come home, and he would literally be out with other girls telling them that I'm cheating. So, like, manipulation and all that shit is crazy. But I also, like, live in a city now, and we host Fetish Con, like, downtown, and my boyfriend and I are very open sexually, and we explore going to adult clubs and swingers events and things like that, and we have a webpage created for us, and we're just very open about some things. And I guess I just want to tell people that you can be sexual. Like that life is reproducing. We all have sex. And some people just have boring sex, and I have a boring sex life, and that's cool, whatever. But if they're gonna judge anyone else for being a freak or having fun or doing whatever they want, then you might as well be a fucking freak, okay? Like, do whatever you want, dude. Fuck, like, the judgment, fuck people, fuck the stereotypes behind things that girls should just be more preserved, or like, no, just no. It's 2019, people. This video is probably an epic fail because this painting is probably an epic fail too. I don't think I can talk and paint. I'm not even going to show you because it would do my nude no justice. But I just wanted to film a little something today because I was busy as shit yesterday, and I'm trying to hold myself accountable, like I said. And I just want to stay on top of things. I'm working on a lot of shit, so you'll see it soon. Also, I haven't posted anything like from that last video. I said that if you guys want to see like my fashion line and the inspiration and the ideas I have coming, to leave comments, but honestly I didn't even really promote that last video except for post it, so I want to promote that a little bit with this one. So if you watch this, you should go back and watch that video. I just go into detail about going across the country, traveling alone, being homeless, having my identity stolen, a lot of shit. I just go into detail about a lot of shit, and yeah, so anyway, I hope I don't ramble entirely too much, and I'm trying to get my shit together with that. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to try and paint now and concentrate on that because this talk is going nowhere, and neither's the painting right now. And my talk is pretty much, if you want to do you, do you. Like, quit fearing anything. Like, fear is a bitch. Fuck her. Okay. Anyway, ciao! Toodaloo!